Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Had a good vacation last week. Got to watch the Celtics win the championship on a cruise ship. I was a little upset about that because I was hoping the Mavericks would win this game in Boston to give me another game to watch on the ship. And I only had one game. And I mean, the sports bar was packed. Everybody was watching this game. It was exciting, until the second half when they just completely blew the Mavericks out. But I was hoping to watch another one on the ship, just thinking selfishly. But we all knew what was going to happen. I mean, the Celtics were just way too much for the Mavericks. I mean, Luka trying to do everything by himself. Kyrie didn't give him much. But I mean, Luka wasn't. The Celtics kept picking on him on defense.
Man, I mean, look, Luka has never been a defensive guy. I don't know why. Even though Dallas did become like more of a defensive team in the second half of the season than the first half of the season. Luka was not really ever part of that.
No, he wasn't.
Can't really ever be because he can't foul out the game. If he fouls out,
they can't score.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of understand it to an extent. He's not all that athletic to begin with, not defensively.
Yeah, but it was funny how the Celtics game plan was. You know what? We're gonna put him in pick and roll situations every time and force him to switch, and we're just gonna go at him. And they did that all night long. They just went at Luka, and I thought it was brilliant. It was just like, no, we know the other guys are good defensive players. No, we're not gonna challenge them. We're gonna get Luka out here. We're gonna weigh him down. We know he's not that good defensively, but also we're gonna weigh him down and force him to work hard on defense and work hard on offense to score. So it was brilliant. It was brilliant. But besides, I mean, the Celtics had way more talent. Tatum, Brown, Porzingis. When he was able to play, he was a big mismatch. White gave him good points. Holiday. It was that was a loaded team.
Yeah, man. It's like top to bottom. See, that's the thing. And that's what I was saying with them, with Dallas from the beginning, that they were going to have trouble after they got past Luka and Kyrie. Because after them, it's a big drop to the next person to contribute for that team. Whereas Boston has, Drew Holiday that could give you 26 points at any given time.
Right.
Or Derek Wright that could give you 20 points at any given time.
Right.
And even one game, Al Horford was in there scoring.
That's right. I forgot about Al Horford. Yeah.
Al Horford was in there scoring. So I mean, they had a lot more complementary players that could help them out than Dallas could deal with. They just couldn't deal with, especially when they had Porzingis. Now, when they had Porzingis, they had no shot because
they had no shot. Yes. Right. And I think that was the first game. That was the first game that the Porzingis just went off.
The first two games.
Yeah.
He didn't go off. He went off the first game, but he did not the second game. But he only played like 21 and 23 minutes.
Right. But he scored like 20 points.
Effective. Yes.
He scored like 20 points in 20 minutes. So, yeah, it was just they had no answer for him. But even when he went out, Al Horford gave him good minutes. And like you say, they had other players that could step up if Tatum, who didn't have a good series, when Tatum wasn't playing well. Brown always, he's just consistent, solid player. He played well. But, yeah, they had way too much. And, I mean, how do you feel about Brown winning the MVP? I mean, it just seemed like he didn't get a lot of respect.
No, he was supposed to. Yeah. I mean, Tatum, had a good game that game. You know what I'm saying? Basically tried to steal it. But, he for the playoffs, I mean, the playoffs in general, but in the championship, it
was all Brown.
The main game, it was all Brown. It was pretty much Brown. You know what I'm saying? They could not get at Jordan Tatum. They just couldn't. I don't care if he scored 40 that game.
But it felt like they wanted to. It felt like they wanted to.
I think they wanted to. I did. Because, like I said, it felt like he was trying to steal it.
Yeah, right.
He was getting the ball in the fourth quarter and all that. And when the game get crunch time, and then at the end, when they were up, they kept giving him the ball to score. He had like 30-some points.
Right.
and they kept giving the ball to score. And I was like, okay, yeah, it seems like they're trying to make him steal it.
Right. But I mean, to me, in my opinion, Brown is the best player on that team, even though he doesn't get a lot of credit for what he does. I mean, defensively, he's the best player, and offensively, his bag of tricks, he gives you much more. I mean, Tatum is more fluid with his game, but I think Brown has more options offensively than Tatum. But he also gives you the defensive side, because when they put him on Luka, he was shutting Luka down. Right. He was giving Luka problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they had, like I said, that's what I'm saying. They just had more answers than Dallas could put out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boston had answers for everything that Dallas wanted to
do. So was that just it was Dallas was just overmatched by talent, or was coaching better by the Celtics?
No, I just think they were overmatched by talent.
You think so? Okay.
I really do. Because even when I first looked at it on paper, I said this may be a sweep. You know what I'm saying? It might be a sweep because, like I said, once you get past, okay, you say, Luka and Kyrie match up with, as far as the scoring, match up with Jason Tatum and Brown, right? Mm-hmm. But then after that, once you go to 3, 4, 5, Dallas really has nothing.
Right.
They don't have a whole lot that's going to contribute after that. And, meanwhile, Boston has 2 more people that can contribute. And then you got your old KG veteran, Al Horford. And that's only when Porzingis wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? It was just a wealth of talent.
But think about this. Think about it this way. And I know they added some pieces over the years, but I mean, it's more or less the same team, right? They did add some strong pieces. I can't underestimate the level of talent you're talking about when adding Porzingis and Holiday to the squad. That's tremendous talent. But they've been to the finals within the past 3 years. They were in the Eastern Conference Championship game and they lost. And there's a new coach. I mean, well, this coach, he was there last season, but he came in the middle.
Lost to an 8 seed.
Yeah, he lost to an 8 seed. But
or 7 seed. There was a low seed. It was one of them.
But I thought I liked how Mazzulla, coached this team and motivated this team and got the best out of these players. He didn't let up. He didn't let up on Dallas. Now they had that one game. I guess it was game 4 in Dallas that they were blown out by but that was to be expected. We all knew Dallas was going to get one at home,
right?
But he did not let Luka control this game, this series. So I don't know. I think it was a combination of both. I think they got much better coaching now.
Yeah, I mean they do have good coaching, but I just think that they were outmatched. So I mean, soon as you put it on paper and look at it, they were outmatched.
Yeah,
I mean, just the players themselves. They couldn't match up with everybody.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Yeah, when you look at it on paper, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, there's no. And I told you, I went to the one thing that was obvious. It was like Porzingis,
right,
7'3", whatever he is. I'm like, there's nobody to match this guy.
Right.
It's done. And he may not even play the entire series.
Yep.
So
yeah.
So
if they had Porzingis, it would have been a straight sweep.
It would have been straight. Oh yeah, absolutely.
If they had Porzingis the whole time, it would have been a straight sweep, yo. No question.
Yeah. And then this is the best situation for Porzingis. Like when he's healthy, I should say. He doesn't have to carry the team. Right?
Absolutely.
When he was in New York with the Knicks, they wanted him to carry. When he was in Washington, they wanted him to carry. And then in Dallas, they wanted him to be the sidekick to Luka. He couldn't do it. He has to be your third, fourth option where, he doesn't have to play heavy minutes. He's going to be injured. So he's kind of in the best situation where, Boston can kind of handle him with care. Because he can score.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Play defense. He can block a lot of shots. He can alter a lot of shots.
That's right. That's right. And it did make a difference in those games where he didn't play.
Yeah. So
It was a noticeable
yeah, it
difference
was a
on
motor.
offense.
Yeah. So what's next for Dallas? I mean, what does Dallas do to get back to this point?
Oh man, I think number one they need to get a big man. They need to get a valid big man that's going to be in that paint because Gafford is an offensive liability. He can do all the dirty stuff and he can stay on the team, but he just cannot give you the minutes that you need at that position. They need a valid middleman so Luka doesn't have to do it all because it's just too much reliance on Luka. They shut Luka down. Kyrie is inconsistent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's not doing it every night. So they just kind of, on the nights where Luka's going to get his, he's just going to get his, but we're going to make it work for it.
Yeah. Well, see, I would go the other way. I think they need a jump shooting scorer. Because I think you, regardless if you get a big man to help them out defensively, everybody's gonna go at Luka. They're just gonna go at him. They're gonna go at him. Luka need to get shape. That's also part of the problem. He's getting shape. Sit the beers down. Put the slide away from the plate. Hire a chef. Let's get in shape, Luka. Let's move those feet. Get those feet moving. Some lateral movement. Stay in front of your man. That's all you gotta do, Luka. But I think he also needs some help because I thought a lot of the problems offensively was a lot of one-on-one. Luka going one-on-one, Kyrie going one-on-one. You need to give him a break. Need to give him some help. I saw a lot of bad body language from Luka, showing that he was tired, that he was frustrated. And I think it would help him if you had somebody like trying to think like a Klay Thompson, like Klay Thompson was, or what's the kid from Denver that comes off the picks and catch and shoots? So they need a catch and shoot type player.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name right now. His name is
in Denver. You talking about Porter?
Porter, Michael Porter Jr.
Porter Jr.
He takes a lot of pressure off. Jokic and Murray, because he'll come off. You'll run a play for him. He'll run through two screens, catch it and shoot it. So Jokic and Murray don't have to work so hard on every time they go down the court. And I think they need to give Luka some kind of relief like that. I don't know if they view Hardaway as that type of player. I know in one game he showed he was hitting some threes, but it would be nice if they had a player that can run off some screens and catch the ball and shoot it. Yeah. So they don't have to go one-on-one all the time. So I think that would be more helpful. I think they're a solid defensive team, but ain't much you could do but tell Luka to work on your defense, man. Hey,
right.
move those feet.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Get a big man. Still get a big man, but he doesn't have to be all world.
Yeah, I mean, I think he does need to be able to. They do need to be able to lean on him. You know what I'm saying? They need to be able to lean because obviously Luka likes to shoot the 3-point shot. Right. He don't like to work in the paint. Right. He'll come up to the foul line. He's mid range and he'll come up to the free throw line and he'll do a couple layups, but he doesn't work in the paint.
Right.
That's just not what he does. So you need somebody that's going to work in the paint. At least when people check in Luka on the outside, because he's going to stay. He starts all the way. He starts damn near half court sometime. His offense.
Right.
While they're coming out to guard him and do what Luka going to do, because he's going to find a guy. Then you might have that guy 1-on-1 sitting in the paint.
Right.
Kind of score sometime. But right now they just don't have that. Luka got to do that. He has to score the point paints too. I mean the points in the paint as well.
So you don't think Lively would develop into something like that? I mean, because right now
he has the size, but he has the size, but I just don't think he has the skill level now. Maybe he could develop into something. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I just don't think he has the. I don't think he has the moves. He can't score. He had that crazy stat line where I think he didn't miss a shot in the finals. Right. Well, matter of fact, he didn't miss a shot in the playoffs. Right?
Oh,
he was like 15 to 15. Yes, for the whole playoffs.
Well,
but he was taking 1 or 2 shots a game.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he might be the guy that you're looking for, right? They got that 7 foot.
I mean, he's 7'1". He's 7'1", you do want to have somebody if you're going to, you do want to be able to um, have somebody that's big. Number one, but he's tall, but he's not big. Like he don't take up room in the paint. And
Mm-hmm.
if somebody with any kind of size, like say you're going against Gobert, he's not gonna muscle Gobert out the paint. I mean, I know a lot of people not, but
Right. But he's a
he's
young player.
definitely not.
He's a
Yeah,
young player.
he's a young player.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was just drafted this year,
Yep.
this season. He was just drafted. So yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah. So it's a matter of what you're looking for, how you think you're going to find it. I think that was a smart move by drafting him, and he's shown some flashes during this playoffs. Averaging almost 9 points a game. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty good, and they could put Gafford to power forward. But like you said, I think they still need to develop some type of offensive game where they can be counted on.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that would be they just need to develop or find a third consistent score for this team.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I think they did get some good defensive play out of the players that they have.
I mean, they could get defensive play. They definitely get defensive play, but their issue was scoring.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the
That's
problem
true.
they really had was
Yeah.
the scoring. They just could not score the points to keep up with Boston, which a lot of people had a problem with Boston. I mean, they only lost. Didn't they only lose like 3 games the whole playoffs?
Yeah, it was something
4,
ridiculous. Two. Maybe
two.
was it
Well,
was
it
it
was
two?
2 going into that game, right? They
Yeah.
lost. When they won that one 4-1, right?
Yep.
Mistake. So yeah, so they only lost 3 games in the whole entire playoffs.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was two
You know,
going into the series. Yeah,
2 going into the thing, yeah, but only 3 for the entire playoffs. Man,
for the
that's
entire play. That's
crazy.
insane. That's insane. I know. So yeah, it's that was a loaded team. It was probably the best defensive team. So if they were going to have problems scoring, but to me, I think you're putting too much on your star player. Luka
Right.
has to do everything. When your star player is also your top assist guy and your top scorer, they're working hard. They're doing a lot.
Mhm. Yep. Yep.
You know,
Big time.
yeah, that's a lot to ask for when you gotta do everything for the offense. You gotta pass it and you gotta score it. I mean, Luka was averaging 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's doing everything, man.
That's doing everything. And then think about it, your partner in the crime wasn't even there for you all the time.
Right.
You
Right.
know, he
Right.
he was just not there.
Yeah, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. You're out rebounding your center. The center's averaging 8 rebounds. Luka's averaging 9.
Right. Right.
So
That's what I'm saying. Lively is not well. Which center are you talking about?
yeah, it
Talking about
wasn't
Gafford?
Lively. Yeah, Gafford.
It's
Gafford.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
he averaged 7.6. Lively averaged 6.9.
Yeah. 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 So number one, they had to be able to change. They couldn't have just one of them play the whole game because both of them were offensive liability, right?
Oh, okay,
So they
right.
had to kind of work out whatever they could between the both of them.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
Lively is just probably slightly a little better on offense, I think. But it seems like Gafford took more shots because Gafford was getting all his alley oops.
Right.
He'll get the putbacks, the tip backs, the putback stuff like that. And that's why Lively was going 15 for 15 because probably 80% of his shots was the alley oop.
The alley oop from Luka. Luka getting all the
Yes.
double teams and stuff like that.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
I must say I like the Mavericks' future. I think these two players, Gafford and Lively, are young. I mean, Gafford was drafted in 2019, Lively 2023, so they got time to develop. And I think they ought to give them that time to develop their scoring.
Yep.
They got to figure it out, man. I mean, you can go out and get a older player that already has the habits and stuff like that, or you can develop the guys that you got right now. But they got to go in. They got to be in win mode now. I mean, you got a superstar in Luka, and you don't want to let this window close.
Absolutely. I mean, well, look, we know he's going to be there for a long time. They're not going to ever let Luka go. Probably.
Oh hell no.
He's the next Nowitzki. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? They always get one.
Yep.
They always get one. He's the
He
next
might be
guy.
the next Bird.
He's gonna be there 15 years.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
the window with him is not gonna close. But yeah, you're right. They're not gonna have a team that can get them there because all the teams that they played to get there are going to get a little better.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota's gonna come back better. You're
Minnesota's
not
gonna
gonna
come.
beat them like you did last
Dallas
year.
ain't going nowhere.
You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
Not Dallas. Denver. Denver's not going anywhere.
Denver's definitely not going
Yeah.
nowhere. Even though they were disappointing this season.
Yeah.
Very
Well, I mean,
disappointing this season.
Jokic wasn't motivated. He was trying to get home to go brace his horses. So
Yeah, dog. I don't know. That's
I don't think dude was
If that's
motivated.
true. That's so terrible, yo.
Yeah, dude. He ain't really motivated. So maybe he might come back motivated next year. So, Dallas got to take this stuff seriously. But anyway, well, Dallas.
They really do.
Yeah. Right now, Dallas, they got their chance this year. You know what? The draft is going on right now. And I'm just thinking to myself, does Dallas even have a draft pick this year? I don't know.
Yeah, because of Kyrie, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know if they traded away their picks or what, but yeah.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean the draft is going on right now, so we'll cover that the next time we're on. But yeah, I'll have to see if Dallas has a pick. I don't know.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Edie went number 11.
Yeah, I saw that. That messes up your bet.
Yeah, man. I had him top 10. He go one pick later. He was actually favored to not go in the top 15. You know what I'm saying? And I actually could have just said top 15. And I would have got like a little bit, almost double my money. Like
well, you should have did that. That was easy. That was easy money.
I don't know if it was
trying
easy,
to be greedy. Trying to be greedy.
I went for the 5 and no, the 5-1. You know what I'm saying? Was the top 10 was plus 500, which is 500, 5-1. So I went for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out. But yeah, so Dallas does not have a pick in this draft. So makes sense. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, so they have to go into free agency, and I would try to find some wing player to add to Kyrie and Luka to give them some scoring. So, but in other news, the Knicks give up the farm for Mikal Bridges. Did you see that?
Man, yeah, I saw that mess. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. What are people doing? This reminds me of the Paul George trade
with
OKC.
Yeah.
Yes. But with lesser talent.
Yeah,
like
but Paul George
was as good as Paul George was at that point.
Exactly. Paul George was going to the All-Star game. This dude has never been to an All-Star game.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's not as talented as Paul George was back then. And they gave up way too much for Paul George.
Right.
And they might have given up more, I think, right? Didn't they give up more? Oh no.
I think they did.
No, because the only thing that makes OKC's better is because OKC got SGA.
SGA out of the deal. Yeah,
they got SGA out of the deal. Yeah. So, but all the picks though, like, come on, man. For Bridges, Bridges was like scoring 11 points in the game and 7 and 8 points in the game sometime, dog.
Right. This is insane.
Absolutely insane.
I don't know if it's because he went to Villanova. They were willing to give up the farm for him, but this is insane. What did they give up? Like 5 draft picks?
Dog. I think it's 4. I can't remember exactly what. It was just so ridiculous. It was like 4 number 1 draft picks, some swaps, some what they call unprotected swaps.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
5 first-round draft picks.
5 first-round picks. Jesus.
A first-round pick swap and a second-round selection. This is from ESPN. Yes. So Brooklyn will receive unprotected New York picks in 2025, 2027, 2029, and 2031, along with an unprotected swap with New York in 2028. Brooklyn will also receive a top 4 protected 2025 first-round pick via the Milwaukee Bucks, as well as a 2025 second round. Wow. I mean, for Mikal Bridges. Are we what?
Unbelievable.
I mean, I would have thought this would have gone for Steph Curry, LeBron James. I mean, what are they worth in a trade? If Mikal Bridges is worth it.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. The people would probably say that was too much for LeBron James.
Right.
They'll probably say it's too much for him. And I heard somebody say it earlier. Oh, the Knicks are really going for it. With Mikal Bridges.
Really?
You're not going for it with Mikal Bridges. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No.
Number one, he's just like Brunson. He's Mr.
Right.
Mid-range. He's
Right.
Mr. Mid-range. That's what he does. But he doesn't really do. He doesn't do it as good as Brunson does. And then don't forget, you're bringing your boy back, Randall. He's gonna be back here.
So I don't understand where he fits in. Is he coming off the bench? Because I mean, you already got 3 guards that they run.
Exactly.
So I don't understand where he fits in. And like you said, Julius Randle come back. He's probably going to be your power forward. So where do you put Bridges? Is somebody going to the bench? DiVincenzo's going to the bench? Or what's my man that used to play for the Pelicans? Rebounding guard. Is he going to the bench? Dang, why I'm blanking on his name.
Who? Are you talking about for New York?
Yeah, for New York.
Oh, DiVincenzo.
No, not DiVincenzo. The other guard.
The other guy. Oh, Anunoby.
No.
Oh no, he's forward.
He's like a power forward or something.
He's a forward. The other guard for New York.
Yeah, hang on. I got him. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who that is.
Josh Hart.
Oh, Josh Hart. See, because the reason why that confused me because he was playing forward a lot in center.
Yes,
they had him playing forward and center. So
well, they had him playing forward. He can't play center. He's like 6'4".
No, he's actually played center on that team. They had him playing center, yo.
That's insane.
When Hartenstein got hurt and Robinson was already out.
Oh, they put him at center?
They was putting him at center, yo.
He's a good rebounder, but he ain't that damn good.
I know, yo. That's what I'm like. I'm like, Josh Hart is center.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll bringing him out there to center sometime.
So I mean, according to the depth chart, DiVincenzo is going to the bench. Mikal Bridges is going to be the starting shooting guard. Josh Hart is going to be the backup for the small forward and the power forward. Yeah, he's a backup at 6'4", so he's going to be like the Charles Barkley, I guess, of the team.
I'm not sure if Bridges is going to come and play as hard as DiVincenzo.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of because DiVincenzo was kind of catch and shoot. Nice 3-point shooter. He developed well as a 3-point shooter, so I thought that was kind of odd. I thought he was like the starter. Dude averaged, he had 15 points a game.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to come in and play as hard, particularly like on defense. He's not known for his defense.
Right.
At all.
Right.
So I just don't know who was thinking what in that deal, but they way overpaid for him.
Yes, they sure did. I mean, they could have waited.
This is way worse than the Paul George deal.
Right. They could have waited till Bridges became a free agent or something. I mean, this is insane.
Yeah, it wasn't like Brooklyn's going to be able to keep him.
Right. This was a lot. I mean, they could have waited to the season. Brooklyn probably was going to have a fire sale at some point.
Yeah.
Why get him now?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I guess
they're going to pay for this one.
Yeah, the Knicks doing
they're not going to be able to get no new players.
Right.
You're not going to be able to get new players for a while.
Right. Well, I mean, and then you had the other trade. You had Caruso being traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Caruso being traded to Oklahoma City for Josh Giddey.
Yeah, which I don't understand that one either.
I don't understand that either. I mean, you got a 6'8" shooting guard who also ran the point. He was the 6th overall pick in 2021. Who really came out this season. He averaged only 12 points, but he was an impact player for them. I thought that was kind of odd that Oklahoma City traded him. Maybe they did him a favor because I know he lost a lot of minutes because they had a lot of young talent. So maybe they were doing him a favor because he was losing minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was beyond ridiculous. But just for the simple fact, like you said, you're gonna trade in the new for the old,
right?
The healthy for the crippled. I mean, I think Giddey was way more healthy. I think he played way more games.
He did.
So did, he's
a
bigger
guy.
Size.
He's
gives you
bigger.
more size.
Yeah.
And
he shot the ball pretty well.
Reasoning? Yeah. What is your reasoning for taking him unless it's contractual? And I don't even think he was getting paid that much.
No, he's a rookie. Oh, he's not a rookie. He's 2 years in the league, 3 years in the league. So, yeah, he just finished his 3rd year, and I thought he was developing nicely into their system. So, yeah, it was kind of odd. I don't know what Oklahoma City's playing behind it. I don't think they needed more defense. You know what I mean? Because they had a lot of good defensive players on that team.
Right.
So,
but even if you did, is Caruso going to be the one to bring it to you?
Right, exactly. Well, I know his opportunities went down. His points went down. He averaged 16 last season. Now he averaged.
Oh, they definitely did because with the emergence of Cody White, it just wasn't time for him. And then the other guy, Demasanu, he came through and he started playing well. So it just wasn't enough minutes. And they all kind of the same player.
They are. So
he just couldn't fit in. There wasn't enough minutes for him.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it was with him, but I don't know. I still wouldn't make the trade. I mean, the Bulls gonna have to give me more than just Caruso. You got to throw in some draft picks on that.
Yeah, man, really though. If you want to get it, you got to pay for it.
Yeah, you got to pay me for it. You got to give me a little bit more. But I guess he comes right in. He's the starting. Caruso becomes the starting shooting guard. At least that's what the depth chart is saying.
Yeah, it's not like they had a whole lot there in OKC to prevent him from starting, but I think you could find somebody probably better than Caruso.
Yeah, I thought they needed. Yeah, I thought they needed more like a power forward or a center to move Chet Holmgren to power forward and get somebody to man the middle for him. You know what I mean? I thought that would have been a more ideal trade to get somebody to put in a center position.
They absolutely do.
Yeah, because Jalen Williams, who's really good, they got him at power forward. He's like 6'5". So yeah, I don't know. But I mean, Oklahoma City, they got a lot of good talent. SGA is there. He's the leader of that team. So I think they'll be good next year.
Yeah, I mean, they should be. They should.
They got a good squad.
Yeah, they had the best record in the league. They just need somebody to help SGA out. I mean, everybody kind of fell into their roles, but it's just when SGA is not on, which he was on for most of the season.
Yeah, but I thought they got bullied in the paint. Like Chet just doesn't have much size. I mean, he's 7'1", but dude is 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So he got pushed around a lot. And he also he's a stretch 4, stretch 5. So he's a jump shooter.
Right.
So he's not gonna do too much in the paint. But I don't know. He may develop. He may get stronger in the offseason or whatnot. Maybe that's what they're hoping for. But I thought they would have been better off if they had a big man, a big bully.
I mean, you're right. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. That's true. But I just it just don't seem like you need another mid-sized guy on that team.
You don't need a Caruso. You got Dart. No. You got Jalen Williams. I thought they were the same type of players. They got 3 of the same type of players.
The league is full of Carusos.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to trade away Giddey to get them.
No. Even more so, right?
Yeah.
I thought Giddey also ran the point, so he took the ball out of SGA hands, allowed him to do some other things. But I don't know. Who knows? Like you said, it could have been a contractual thing. It could have been, maybe they're trying to help Giddey out get him somewhere else where he'll get more time, more minutes, more opportunities. But yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we talked about NBA. You know, we got to give our 5 minutes to the WNBA, man. Come on now.
Of course, man, because we want people cursing us out like Stephen A. guy. We don't want to get cursed out like Stephen A. did on TV. And we start having our guests on, and there'll be some WNBA guests come on, and they're gonna be like, "Well, you could have talked about it about 20 episodes ago."
Right.
We always have these episodes on here to let people know. Oh no, man, no, we talk about R&B.
Yeah, right. We gonna be defending ourselves like Stephen A. Oh, I've been talking about the WNBA. No, we talking about the WNBA, and we ain't lying about it. We struggling to watch the games. Yeah, we struggling. We try.
Because even in that championship game, I was like, oh my, these turnovers are preposterous.
Right.
These turnovers are absolutely preposterous. Like people running down the court by herself.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Pass, and she just drops it for no reason, just right out of bounds. Just ball hits her hand, poop.
I know, because and we got to ask ourselves. I mean, like I've seen Caitlin Clark. She's averaging a lot of turnovers, and I'm like, some of these turnovers, like half of the turnovers, are her teammates.
Yeah,
they can't handle the pass. So that hurts, and you don't get a lot of assists when your teammates can't handle the ball.
Yeah.
So, but Angel Reese, she's doing her thing. I like what she's doing with the Sky. It's right now they got their Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Yep.
And I think they should be promoting the hell out of them. So,
I mean, they should. I mean, they just played each other the other day, right? There was no big fan fury about it. They didn't have a big promotion about it. I just happened to see, because, I'll be looking for rotational, try to find value, just what I do sometimes when I'm out here building parlays and my bets. I'm trying to find some value. And sometimes WNBA games do present some value to add, right? So there's some players, that, hey, I know Angel Reese is going to get 7 rebounds. She's going to get 7 rebounds tonight. Look who she's playing. And actually, I would say the WNBA's props, their prop bets are actually more consistent and more, you can see them better. Like there's less change, there's less deviation that can happen in their pick. So I find they're when you pick their stats, they're more likely to hit, just the way you thought they were.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I would watching that, and I said, okay, well, let me check out and see. Oh, wait a minute. The Sky and the what's this? It's the Sky and the Fever.
Fever, yeah.
Sky and the Fever are playing each other. I was like, oh, that's Angel Reese and Caitlin. Oh, okay. Let me go watch this game. It was actually on TV. They actually had the game on TV.
Right.
Yeah, they actually had the game on TV. But this game that they had for the championship, the Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, the Commissioner's Cup game?
It was not on TV. Guess how you had to watch it?
Stream it?
Amazon Prime only. I said, okay, now this is where you're messing up.
Right.
Now, I guess Amazon did pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's more money to them.
Right.
But come on, dog. You're trying to get people in front of the TV so as many people can see as possible.
Right.
Don't be locking it down to no Amazon Prime stream.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the only way you can see the daggone game, which is ridiculous.
But it says a lot. It says what type of draw they get when Reese and Clark plays each other compared to just a regular WNBA game. Like,
I would like to see those numbers.
They show the numbers. The numbers are really good. Like just a regular game. I want to say they got probably like 2 million. I think that was the views, 2 million views. And like the Stanley Cup Finals probably got like 4 million. So they halfway there for a regular season game compared to the finals in hockey. So pretty good. And I'll be honest with you. If Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese are walking the street, or they're walking the street, I would be able to recognize them. I wouldn't be able to recognize the best.
I could definitely recognize Angel Reese. I definitely recognize her.
Yeah,
because that's what I was saying before. As she has more popularity.
Yeah,
right?
she got a platform.
She has the platform.
Yeah,
but it's just that we know that Caitlin Clark is the quote unquote better player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I wouldn't say that. You think Caitlin Clark is a better player than Angel Reese?
Well, she puts up more stats than Reese did in her career. I mean, I'm saying as far as college. I mean, people go to different leagues and then things change.
Right.
You know,
but I think it's hard. It's like apples to oranges because Reese plays center.
Yeah.
And so
different game.
If you a different game, so when you comparing them, you got to compare what Reese is doing. Like Reese has had straight double doubles, which is a big.
Oh yeah, she's leading the league in rebounds.
So she's dominant.
Yeah, she's contributing. She's definitely. I mean, she's definitely putting her name out there for sure.
And she's not even the center because what's the other girl from South Carolina who's actually the center for the team? And Reese is.
Oh yeah. The South Carolina girl, the big girl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't think of her name right now, but yeah, she's out rebounding her, and she's doing it in a double. So yeah, I mean, but of course, Clark is doing the flashy stuff, the 3-point shot.
Yeah, she's still, and that free throw, that 3-point shot from almost half court. It is starting. She's starting to take that now.
Oh yeah, she's
flashing it.
She got the green light now.
Yeah.
I don't hear the coach complaining about the shot selection. Let's out of here, man. The shot selection. Let her shoot. Let her shoot from it. You're not going to the playoffs. Let her shoot. Don't do Mark Jackson. Don't be Mark Jackson. Let her shoot. So.
Yep.
All right, that's enough WNBA talk. I'm struggling to watch the games. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Hey man, you get an A for effort.
I get an A for effort. I saw the first half of one game. I'm trying, yo. I just can't watch the.
Hey, I watched the whole
layups.
Second half of that game. I watched the whole second half of that game. You know what I'm saying? So I did.
That's good.
That was the first time I got a whole half in. The whole half. So I'm getting there. I'm getting better.
Good. I'm proud of you, man. I'm gonna try again. I will try again. I'm gonna try to watch an entire game, not just the first half. Baby steps. Yes, but I'm watching. That's the point. I am watching, and we're talking about it. So give us credit. This is the voice of reason. So let's wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Next week, season 3.
Let's get it.